You might already know what a power chord is. You might already be playing them, likely in a rhythm guitar context, but in this episode, we'll explore their utility as a lead technique. A power chord is musical jargon for the pair of a root note and its fifth degree, like C and G. Often, the octave of the root is also involved, and that gives us a total sound like this. We just got done talking about three-note chords, so you might ask, if I can play a triad, why only play two of the notes? If we're using a bunch of distortion or wet effects that can easily get messy, or if we want the bass line of root notes to be extra explicit in a part, or if we just want the harmony to be super concise, power chords are a great option. Scientifically, a fifth interval vibrates at a ratio of 3:2 in relation to the root note, which makes it really consonant, the most consonant interval other than just the octave of the root. And it's this stability that gives power chords their power. Think of power chords as a low register technique, like this C power chord at the 8th fret of the low E string. But power chords are equally valuable in a higher register, and we can locate higher register power chords by using the same octave-based technique that we used earlier in this series. The 8th fret of the low E string, C, can be found at its octave at the 10th fret of the D string. And if we build a power chord from there, you might be unsurprised to find both the root position and inverted two string shapes from the Chasing Cars episode earlier in this series. Having established that you already know and appreciate the sound of higher register power chords, you should know that you can move this power chord shape along the same string set along with the root notes of any chord progression. You should also know that because of the whole half pattern of steps in the major scale, the chord built off the 7th degree, in this case B, will have a flattened fifth. This is also called the diminished fifth, and even though we're not going to play this chord very often, it's important to know that it's there and that this stuff happens and that it's normal. We can also make use of some of the earlier strategies in this series by camping out on the power chord built from the scale's first degree, in this case C, and then changing the octave in that power chord from the octave to the 7th or the 6th, or changing the 5th to the 4th. This lets us imply chord changes like before instead of moving the whole shape to follow the harmony. Next time, we'll start using the major scale to add complexity in between chord changes, but for now, remember that you can find over 30 pages of PDF accompaniment as well as backing tracks and a way to book a lesson with me through the link in this video's description. I'll see you next time, if not sooner.